of the observations, I'm going to try to analyze two observations, okay? And we are going to fill in a grid which is here, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a copy of this. And the idea is like to cooperate with everyone in order to see if what we are doing is in the right track, is not, etc., etc. Okay? Other people?
Here.
Right. So, we thought that probably following these questions, we can assess, or you could assess, if what you're observing is what you need to be observing, okay? So first of all, we're going to try to answer what type of information is selecting the teacher to identify gender, okay? And, I don't know, materials, interactions, I don't know, whatever. So we have to answer that question, okay? Secondly, we need to see how is the teacher making interpretations out of the behaviors the teacher is observing. Okay, so we're going to describe that, okay? Then, how do they know that those behaviors of descriptions are gendered? Okay, so this is like where the warrants start working, etc., etc. Then, which is very important, what are the connections that the teachers are making to teaching and learning a language? Because remember, that's our problem, really. Okay, and finally some recommendations that we could make, okay? So we're gonna start reading one log, and of course, I think I have not asked for permission to show this, but I imagine I have your permission, yes?
Yes.
Yes? Yes? Okay, good. So think about that. Okay, so this is the first sample. So in the first sample, which you have here, okay, you are going to move horizontally, and we are going to work with sample number 1, then with sample number 2, and then we are going to be working in mini groups very quickly, okay? So, something that is really interesting is that this is called second change. I would say change.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's keep in mind the questions, okay? So, to start, I want to say, fortunately, in many situations, you can have a second change. This was what happened to me when, after my first class observation, the last Friday, I had the opportunity to see the same activity with the other 10th graders group. Yes? So they had to represent a restaurant as the other group. This time, I asked them to record the activity in order to analyze what happens in class, taking into account identity issues. Could you answer any of the questions so far?
What time?
What was that?
Perhaps the first one, like video recording.
Yeah, I like, but that's the mechanism.
No, the students' interaction.
Very good. Okay, so video recordings of students' interaction. The type of information is not a video recording on its own. The type of information this teacher is collecting is students' interactions. Can you foresee what type of interaction this is?
A role playing?
A role play. Very good. Okay? So the information is being taken from role plays so far. Okay? Yes? Does this make sense to you?
Yep.
Very good. Okay. I hate this. Despite the fact of recording the class, it was not easy for me to see how gender issue works. Beautiful, it's very honest, okay? Brutal, but honest, okay? Good. I feel as I was forcing me to see those relevant aspects. Brutal again, but beautiful. Very honest. Remember Adriana Castañeda, okay? Good. However, for me, it's not clear and easy to be aware about gender issues in my class.
Brutal.
Brutal. Okay, but very honest. Okay, very good. When I play the recording, I just watched girls and boys playing a role in a restaurant. But suddenly a question from my seminar came to me. How are these girls and boys interacting between them? Okay? Anything? Anything?
Second one.
Okay, so there is like a first assumption in which this person is trying to see interaction between them. We don't know yet if that is an oppositional perspective or is a relational perspective, but we are really sure right now that this person is looking at interaction in role plays. Okay? So far so good?
Yep.
Very good. They divided the class in groups. Kitchen staff, a girl and a boy. Waitress, 2 boys and 1 girl. The manager and the host, 2 boys. 6 tables. Table number 1, 2 boys and a girl. Table number 2, a couple. I imagine a girl and a boy. Table number 3, 2 boys and 2 girls. Table number 4, 4 boys. Table number 5, 3 girls. And table number 6, 2 girls and 1 boy. Okay? Anything?
Maybe she is dealing with gender because she finds that the way students divide the groups is related to
Oh,
the some
very good.
behaviors.
So something clicked over there. Let's see what they are doing, okay? Let's see what they are doing. We don't want to see what they are asking in this moment or saying, like, how is this like in a social practice perspective, how is it represented, okay? Not what is represented, but how it is represented, okay? So this person is starting to look at that, okay? Let's see what's happening. So, let's continue.
Very savage.
In the first observation, I did not pay attention to the distribution of roles, taking into account the number of interventions in the role play. So you see, like this person is changing, is shifting the way she looked at, or he looked at the description. But this time, I recorded every intervention of the participants, and some of them caught my attention. So let's see. Start kitchen. The boy, Diomedes, spoke more than the girl, Dina. Actually, she never produced an utterance. Okay? The boy produced utterance like, here you are, order for table number blah, 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 is ready, and no more. Okay? So what is this person looking at?
The difference between the girl and the boy.
She's looking at
The
interaction. But now what is, like, interaction in general? Now what is this person doing?
She's
Looking at the turns, okay? And she's trying to understand turn taking here. Very good, okay? Very good. Now the waitress. Nicolas spoke with a certain good level of pronunciation. Jonathan produced correct grammar structures, but his voice was very low. And Monica was always hiding her voice, and she actually did not have enough utterances to say. She avoided speaking too much. That's why Nicolas assisted 3 tables, Jonathan 2 and Monica 1. So what is she looking at? What is she looking at?
Turn taking powers.
Position themselves through this course.
Very good. What else? Can you make another connection?
how power operates under the decisions Nicolas made based on the knowledge the students have.
Probably. Now,
How language empowers them to hold for, to lead the,
To vote.
the game.
so that's the connection to what?
Language.
To language
Language
learning.
learning.
Very good. Yes. The connection she's making to language learning right now is trying to understand not only pronunciation from the technical perspective, it's like how are they producing the oral skills in this role play? Like what are they really representing here? Okay? So beautifully done. I don't know if the person is aware. Talking about the host, he tried to say two sentences perfectly, and with his body language showed that he felt comfortable producing at least those sentences. But what happened with the manager? Despite he is one of the most talkative students in class, he did not produce any utterance. So the learning problem becomes speaking skills, right? Yes or not?
Yep.
Does this make sense to you or not? According to what is written here. Okay, very good. The couple. Both of them tried to talk during the whole presentation, even when I did not record them. So they talk about the meal, the restaurant, and including something about their friends. They did not produce at all correct grammar structures, but they did not care for it.